Tim Dillon just went off on MAGA, dude, and I'm here for it.
And look at the people that are still in this crowd. Look at the people, and I feel bad for some of them, but I really don't for others. Look at the people that are left in this crowd. I mean, none of them look happy anymore, by the way. This is the end, because they're all broke, by the way. Their standard of living hasn't gone up. It's declined. None of them understand what the hell's going on. They just know that they're in too deep. They're just in too deep to get out. And that's the face of people that are in too deep. That's not the face of people that are having a great time. That's not the face of people that are really excited about the direction of the country. This is the face of people that kind of got bamboozled, and they're still showing up to the rally, and then he's bringing out Jake Paul.
So Tim Dillon disclaimer. I feel like I got to make this disclaimer every single time I make a video about Timmy. While I do enjoy most of Tim's content, you know what I mean? And hopefully one day I can be a front of the show. It's not going to happen. But, you know, I'd be remiss to state that Timmy actually aligned himself with the 2024 Trump campaign. He actually platformed Vance. He platformed Steve Bannon early last year. He's actually been propping up Vance in recent interviews and has been doing so since, you know, they got into office. And he even tried to cover up the Epstein files last summer with Alex Jones. Don't forget. Let us not forget. We know this. True Timmy fans know this. Nonetheless, I think what I'm trying to say is I don't fully trust Tim. I'm not trying to tell y'all that y'all shouldn't either. Y'all to each their own. I just don't. This man will sell you out for a cold seafood tower. He did it last summer, dude. Just FYI. Nonetheless, he's charismatic. He's funny. And I don't even think he's gay. Is he gay? I don't.
You know, there are people that are clapping for it, and I question their sanity. Again, I don't know why they think he would be a good political figure. I don't know. But this is very interesting because the people behind him now, a lot of them are really not, it's not exciting anymore. It's not fun. This is, you've been at a party too long. You know, I have friends that have been at the party too long here with him. And the thing about Trump's entire thing is the party's never about you. It's his party. And, you know, when you first get there, it's fun. It's like hanging out with a rich kid, where in the beginning it's really fun because they're excited to show you everything and let you use some of their toys. But then eventually the rich kid's like, well, this is all mine. So when are your parents picking you up? Like, you know, that's where we're at now in the MAGA cult movement. You still have the 5D chess QAnon people who are permanently schizophrenic. There's nothing to be done for them. You have people like I know, friends of mine who like live in Florida and are just completely out of it and truly are kind of moral. Again, a black hole. You know, they just don't care what he does. They just like him and they're not paying attention. They're not paying close attention. And, you know, and then you have, you know, some of these people that are standing here behind him, you can really tell by their face that they have been at the party for too long and it's not fun.
Let me just say it for him. It's a cult of personality. Trump betrayed his base in all. Like, this man ran on no new wars, the president of peace. The world is crumbling right before our freaking eyes. Illegal and offensive war in Iran right now. And unlike past U.S. conflicts, the Iran attack, the most recent one, is opposed by most Americans and compare it to all previous wars here in the U.S. history. But yeah, man, enough about me rambling. I just want to show you these clips. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it.
Trump, they went to the rally, and their friend will be like, yeah, what'd he say? And they'll be like, yeah, he's not that funny anymore. Like, Jake Paul was there. You know, this is what it's becoming. You know, it's becoming people that are just, I don't know. I don't know what any of them are getting out of it. I don't know what any of these people are getting out of it anymore. They elected this guy, and then this guy is basically letting Jared Kushner and Bibi Netanyahu just carve out the Middle East, do whatever the hell they want, just make deals. And it's tough because I know it's really, really hard to admit you got God. It's really difficult to admit that. Almost no one can admit, it's very hard to admit you've been taken advantage of by someone that you respected, by someone that you liked and respected. This is actually a very difficult thing to do. It's easy to say you got scammed by some stranger, but someone that you trusted, respected, liked, and a lot of these people here, you know, in the back of their head, they can't admit it to themselves yet, but they feel like they've been taken advantage of. This is not about them anymore. It's dawned on them.
So this is like when the hypocrisy kicks in. He's over here saying it's hard to, you know, admit when you've been taken advantage of. And he's talking about MAGA and the base. What about you, Tim? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. We got receipts. What about you? You platform Vance. You know, you were out there with the entire Rogan Sphere Comics, you know, aligning with the 2024 Trump campaign. You're obviously very close to Joe Rogan, who's a Trump maid. It's statements like those. I'm just like, dude, it makes you look funny. And mind you, in the entire pod yesterday, which I did listen to it, pretty funny parts in there. He never once publicly denounced Trump, or not even apologized for his alignment with the 2024 Trump campaign. He's just fence-sitting around it, and he's attacking everyone around Trump, but not Trump himself. In yesterday's episode, he called Pete Kegsbreath a drunk and a failure. You know, so you see him, and he's been doing this with Kash Patel. And so, like, he will attack and go fucking visceral on people around Trump in the Trump in the cabinet, but won't go in indirectly with Trump himself. Like, he still hasn't done that yet. And this is what truly pisses me off with the entire Rogan sphere. Because I'm just like, you see Joe Rogan cocking for Trump, deflecting from the Epstein files. You see Andrew Schultz, who's pretty much just completely did a 180 on Trump now. At the beginning was going hard at bat for Trump, not only on Flagrant, but also on Brilliant Idiots. He would clash routinely, weekly with Charlemagne the God regarding Trump. He would defend him to the T. And this happened for a year, Trump's first year. And after the past 2 months, if that, I like to say even past month and a half, Andrew Schultz has done a 180. He's seen the polls. He's seen the culture shift. And now he's over here criticizing Trump on every single weekend. It's just like, dude, like, we see it. This man literally switched jerseys at halftime and didn't even tell anybody. He switched jerseys at halftime, came out and was just like, hey, man, what's the plan for the second half? I was like, what are we talking about? Like, like, people can switch jerseys all they want. I'm all for that. You know, self-reflection, but at least acknowledge your previous actions while doing so. That's all I want. That's all I'm saying. I don't even want an apology. I don't want an apology. I just want you to acknowledge your previous actions, say you'll learn from it and move forward. That's all. And none of them, Rogan, Schultz, Theo Von, and Timmy, unfortunately, I think Timmy's the best one out of all of them, have never said anything regarding their previous actions and their alignment with the 2024 Trump campaign. None of them. Dude, none of them. And you know what? None of them will ever say anything because they're all cowards. Schultz even went as far as mocking people who are demanding an apology from him regarding him endorsing Trump and everything like that. We need to realize that these comics, these comedians, they say it themselves all the time. Dude, they tell us to our face. Comics are narcissistic assholes. Comics are self-indulgent. They don't give a fuck. They're monsters. And you know what? That's not my words. That's their words. They've been saying this all throughout their podcast for years. 4 years, and now we're seeing it in real life.
Oh, I thought we were like I thought our taxes, I thought like the cost of groceries is gonna go down. No, we're ending the world. We realized we couldn't do any of that. Let's be honest. You think your groceries are coming, the price of a house is never coming down. We're ending the world. I mean, it's pretty simple. There's zero way you're ever going to afford a house. Let's rapture you all. Let's rapture you all. It is the only shot you have at a good life right now is to hasten the rapture. That is, right now, the foreign and economic policy of our country currently right now is the rapture. That is the foreign and economic policy of our country is the rapture.
I am literally waiting for the next politician to come out and use the slogan, give me rapture or give me death. It's coming. With the way things are going, dude, and I don't want to sound like a doomer, man. You got to inject some positivity, but like, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there just like, fuck it. Just bring on the rapture.
Whatever this man needs to hear, really, whatever this guy needs to hear, he's at the end of his life. He's endorsing Jake Paul for president. He doesn't care what happens next. That's the thing with Donald Trump. He doesn't really care what happens next. So whatever this guy needs to hear to get him out of this war, tell him. Tell him that. Whatever this dude needs to hear so that he can get us the fuck out of there, because this is, and listen, obviously we all support the U.S. military. That's why we don't want them dying for literally no reason in Iran, unfortunately. Now, I know people will attack me for saying that. They will say, well, you're dishonoring their sacrifice. What I'm saying is that if we get a crazier leader than the one we had before, I don't get it. But Trump is just kind of on a farewell tour. And take a look here. He's endorsing Jake Paul for political office. And you really have to think to yourself, we do deserve everything we get as a country. You know, like we really do deserve it. There's certain things that people get in their lives they don't deserve. You know, somebody gets sick or whatever. You get in a bad car accident. But, you know, this country deserves everything we get.
Honestly, I agree with everything that Timmy said there. You know, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I do believe Timmy is the best one out of all these Rogan Sphere comics. Hands down. Hands down. Not only I think he's the funniest one, but I also think, you know, he actually comes with just, you know, not just great popular argument points. And I like to think the admin actually listens to the Tim Dillon podcast. Like, he literally went to dinner last year with Vance regarding the Epstein files, you know, so he said it himself. So hopefully, like, they get advice from this and influences them to actually, you know, change Trump. Because it's not right now. There's nothing like this man's an egomaniac, psychopath. He knows that he's at the end of his wits. He's talking about, oh, I might not get to heaven, you know, perhaps, I don't know, you know. He knows he's cooked. And you see everything right now. He's trying to put his name on everything. He's all talking about legacy. He's over here war horning for a new war. Honestly, this could be the route. This could be the route, what Tim just said, to pull out from this war, because it's been a tragedy. It's been reported that we're actually spending close to $1 billion a day on this war. $1 billion a day. But yeah, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.